Good evening, Bucks fans. We are back. It's Real Bucs Talk. It's another Monday. We're actually going to talk about an actual game that was played over the weekend, so that's pretty exciting. It's just fun to have football back in, to talk about, and the NFL is getting underway as we continue to move towards the season opener. With that said, I'm Michael Plus. Join as always, Mark Ramirez, and we have a special guest, Stank Bastard from the Loose Cannons. We're very excited to have him on.
Thanks for having
Stank,
me on, boys.
yeah, man, it's going to be fun. So, Stank, just talk a little bit about what you got going on. Obviously, the Loose Cannons is doing a hell of a job, and
Yeah.
just give a little bit of a background to our listeners.
I had my own show for a while, Bucking Idiots, but Samurai Ali is a slave driver, and so I don't really have time for myself anymore. I got to pretty much do what I'm told. I got in trouble for coming on here already. Sorry, Sam, or sorry, Latte. I'm on man, bro. I'm like Justin Timberlake. I'm a front man. I can't really, stand behind you guys and let you hold me back. So I'm coming on here, just to share my love and knowledge with you guys and all the great Bucs fans.
That's awesome.
If I can get my lighting right.
Hey, we already talked prior to the show. Your lighting is crisp.
Oh, thank you, man.
Beyond crisp. I mean, I'm in my daughter's bedroom, so. Yeah.
Hey, at least she's representing the Bucs back there.
Oh, she loves this. She loves this. Buccaneer born into.
Good father.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be anything but if I didn't do that. But let's do this. I guess let's just jump right into it. So Buccaneers, they end up losing a game. Oh, there goes that undefeated season. So everyone wanted. So it's preseason, guys. Don't get all butthurt about this. You see what you got. I mean, it's not really. Tom Brady was out there for 2 passes. Got sacked on 1 drop back. So it is what it is. The stars,
people who get butthurt over winning and losing in preseason. I mean, listen, I ride the emotional roller coaster even in the games, but I don't give a fuck if we win. Can I cuss on here?
Go ahead.
I don't care if we win or lose. I just kind of want to see individual guys, make efforts, and you want to see this team build some depth because they're not going to necessarily be as lucky as they were last year and get through the season, with pretty much intact like we did last year.
But Plus, what's your take on the preseason? What do you think about this 0-1 start?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I'm already seeing like just the Facebook takes. I mean, you got to stay off. You got to stay off of there. I mean, it's just funny the things that you see. People think the team is trash already. It's like, oh, let's throw in the season. It's like, but it's
Facebook is just for comedy only.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
If
you're a part of those forums, you just have to go in knowing that it's just a complete shit show. And I look for it. I look for the comedy. I screenshot it and I tweet it out just because I like to share the idiocy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to laugh at it, and that's really what preseason for me. I just grain of salt. Again, main thing for me is no injuries. Get your starters healthy. To that first game of the season. And really just looking for execution and hopefully that continues to get better as you get into, week 2, 3, etc. Of the preseason.
This is a funny take. Brady fell off a cliff.
Yeah, he did.
This is it. The beginning. But here's a really good take. Everyone with the Tryon. I mean, Tryon did show out. We put out a video about it earlier today, I believe it was, or yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Joe Tryon. What's your take on him? I know Plus kind of called us taking him on your show prior to the draft. I thought that would be awesome.
He did. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't on my radar. I don't follow the draft that closely. I kind of did a little bit of homework before the draft, but he wasn't one of those names that stuck out to me. I didn't particularly think it was that deep of a draft where a guy like Tryon would be available. Since he didn't play last year, I don't really follow college football that closely, but I've been out to camp a couple times, and we had Shaq Barrett on our show, and Shaq was talking him up off the air and on the air about how excited he was for to see the kid play because he looked legit in practice, and that means a lot, man. And we all saw the rep where he got called for unnecessary roughness or whatever they flagged him for, but there was other reps as well, man, where he was pretty close to getting his hands on the quarterback. And so it's you can never have too many freaky athletes at the at that position, man. So just to add another young guy and another potential stud to that that locker room, that group right there, man, because there's some savages out there, bro, and he's got a lot of guys to learn from to show him how it's supposed to be done.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I thought it was funny that Ndamukong Suh, he's like, yeah, just push him next time. Don't don't hit him. Just push him to the ground. So, yeah, he's definitely got a great group to learn from. I still think there's little things that he needs to improve, and obviously that's going to take place with coaching. I think at times he plays a little bit too high. Sometimes leaves his head, down instead of looking up, especially in the run game. I think that's where he needs to, get better and just hold his point of attack a little bit more consistent. But again, a rookie, he's going to have rookie mistakes. I mean, so the thing is, though, I mean, his athleticism shows off the charts. And if he can win with that to start off with, he's in a great place. And now when you put him with better talent around him, I mean, he's going to get those matchups that you want, and he should be able to have success early.
Yeah, but you put him behind a guy like JPP, who is relentless, who is a freakish athlete, and uses his freakish athletic ability to beat guys with speed, with power. He can play inside, play outside, and then he gets to see Shaq, who to me is more of a technician. He's not the strongest guy. He's not the fastest guy. He's just, he is so technically sound. He's very smart. He knows how to set guys up. Just having those guys in front of you to learn from is going to be huge for him. And, like you look at previous linemen that we've added, let's just go back to like the Gerald McCoy, Brian Price days. When they came into the locker room, they didn't really have anybody in the locker room to learn from. McCoy was pushed into that leadership role right away, and was a hell of a player for us, but never got a chance to learn behind somebody who already had the accolades and the ability. And defensive end is one of those positions where the learning the tricks of the trade, man, is huge.
Yeah, that was something actually kind of funny. So look at the rotation you have with JVP, Shaq, and now Joe Tryon. It was funny pre-draft again. Plus went on with Trevor Sikkema, former Peter Report, and I lost my voice literally the night of that show. And he goes on there and says, "Oh, the Bucs are fine at defensive end. They're confident Anthony Nelson. They got their edge rusher." I done lost my damn mind. I said if I could have screamed out anything, I would have been on there. I even tried to suck down water and something. But I was like, "You shitting me? We're gonna go. That's our future." Because you're telling me is Anthony Nelson.
Yeah, Anthony hasn't been impressive.
He does his job. I'll give him that. He's a good run defender on big sets when we're trying to stop the run, or we're just trying to get some push. Yeah, he's got it. But to consistently depend on him for edge rush, I was like, hey, you've been covering the wrong team then for a year because you lost track of what's going on. So I couldn't believe Pleston jumped back at it. I was like, gee. But
I thought we'd focus on interior line. But I'm glad we went line period. You can never have enough depth at that position, and you're going to get some injuries. Although JPP's been ridiculously durable, and Shaq as well since he's been here. So it's again, man, having a guy like that to come off the bench or play on rush downs, because it gives Todd Bowles some real flexibility up front to do some crazy things, and that guy loves to do crazy things.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we've already done a couple of film studies on next year's class. We're already jumping into next year's draft, and really all we're looking at is defensive line. Again, we feel like that's going to be, a continuous need for this team as you continue to add, more pieces to it, especially with, the uncertainty of JPP and obviously Sue for the next couple of years. You just don't know, when they're going to leave. So yeah, it's always a position you love to add to. I mean, you can't have enough depth of it. I mean, that cornerbacks, receivers, etc. Those are all important positions to have great depth at. So yeah, it's
well, this defense helped carry the team through the playoffs, man. They got hot at the right time. Brady had some good performances towards the end of the year, but just look at the championship game and see what a difference his defense made in that game. We don't win this game without all the pieces on defense doing the job. Jordan Whitehead was a freak in the first half before he got hurt. You know, they kept us in that game, man. And you got to continue to me, we have a lot of strengths, but just continue to build to that strength, because we have a really good young secondary. We've got a good linebacking core. Who knows how long Levante David will play, but but we got a lot of really good young pieces on defense. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if they continue to add to the defensive line in the draft next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, actually, let me give a couple of shout outs before we keep going on. This is awesome. Christopher Randby, I guess. Great show, guys. Love watching from California. Love seeing that. Also, another shout out. Something stanks. Hashtag LooseCannons.
What's up, man?
So we got some people in here. Yeah, then I guess my Florida dialect came out. It says, I've done lost my mind. I've got like a weird Southern draw, and I'm Hispanic. So it's kind of weird. Like it is
I get it. My wife is Dominican, Puerto Rican. So, you know, those weird things pop out. It's like her vocabulary she's from Polk County, but
straight,
you know, but she's not, you know, she still has, you know, that Hispanic, you know, twang to her. So it's a weird mix, man. But that's, you know, that's how it is in this area. You know, it's we got a good mix of people, man. That's why I love this city. Got people from everywhere here.
Definitely.
Tampanian born and raised. Not many of us like true Floridians, but when you find it, it's special.
Yeah. I wasn't born in Tampa. I was born in South Florida, but I've been in Tampa since I was 3. So that's all I claim. I don't really claim the
good enough for me
305, even though I was born down there.
Good enough for me.
Yeah.
But I want to touch more on that defensive secondary you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, the starters didn't play early. I know our young starters that we do have. Carlton Davis is still technically young.
Mm-hmm.
SB, I think he's just going to show out this year. Just if he doesn't get hurt, I mean, it's injuries depending on. And Antoine Winfield, I've just been talking him up all off season. I think he's going to take a massive jump. What do you think about our secondary and the potential future of them for this year?
I think Jamel Dean has the potential to grow immensely. He's one of those guys, man, that if he would just turn his head for the ball, a lot of times I think he'd come away with the ball. He's so freaky and rangy, you know, and he's got good instincts, but he just makes a lot of mistakes. You know, so he's a guy I think that could make a leap eventually. We'll see if he makes that leap this year. And then you got guys that kind of showed out in the game. I mean, Cockrell's been the one of those camp darlings, right? We've heard Cockrell's name throughout camp. I think it looked to me like he jarred the ball loose on one of those fumbles, came in with a big play, and then Hagan was all over the place, even though he intercepted the ball and handed it right back to them. That guy flashed a little bit. So you never know with the, you know, Bowles is going to go with the hot hands, right? He's gonna if you're around the ball and you're instinctive, there's a good chance you're gonna see your way onto this team.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it was interesting that Jamel Dean was out there with, you know, he was out there quite a while in this preseason game. Obviously, they feel like, you know, he needs the work and needs to get, you know, better, like you're talking about. And yeah, it definitely needs to become more consistent, you know, find that football more. You know, I thought that the flag that he was called on was a little iffy. You know, it was a little questionable, but again, that was the refs that whole game. I mean, they were all over the place.
Absolutely ridiculous.
They were. So, yeah, but you know, the secondary, I think there's a lot of flexibility that you have. I love the ability of Sean Murphy-Bunting being able to play outside or inside. I think him fully healthy, I think is going to turn a lot of heads. I know there's a lot of criticism of him last year, just of the up and down season that he had. But, you know, obviously he came strong, you know, through the postseason. Playing very well. So with that, and
well, you get, especially with young players and on defense, they play emotionally, man, you know, and it's a confidence issue a lot of times with young guys until they get experience. And now that they've gained experience, you know, and had the run that they did, you know, hopefully that'll help them mature. But Sean's a perfect example. He's two players, and he admitted it. He came on our show and you know, was outwardly and admitted, you know, he dealt with some confidence issues. So, but that's not uncommon. You know, guys are going to have to kind of find their game. And honestly, Bowles let them boys play at the end of the year, and he was able to do what he does well, which is be a man corner. You know, so I think they found the recipe. I think that suits our guys a lot better, and I think that we're going to go in with that attack mentality on defense again, because it's really night and day from what we saw early in the season.
This is a good point over here by Outside Leverage. It's the beginning of a contract extension audition for both Dean and SMB. Got to see if the last 5 games are what's going to stick. That's true. I mean, it's evident. I mean, SMB in the playoffs was a total different guy.
Right.
Literally. I mean, he just showed up to being that statue of that second round pick, like that Light had took him to be. And I always knew the awareness was there. It's just, the health, speed, click, close, that stuff where he just, I guess it just wasn't in his legs. Like, I don't know if there was an injury early on that he just couldn't recover from, and then playoffs he got better. I mean, I honestly think he's going to get a lot more attention this year, and he's going to make up for it. Like, there's going to be one read and jump, because like the defensive line and front seven is just so nasty on this team. I think the secondary can eat. But, any more?
I mean, athletic ability and instincts are great, man. But without confidence, you're lost. You're Vernon Hargraves after that. You know, that kid had lots of ability too, man. You know, and he didn't have the maturity, and he didn't necessarily have the work ethic to get to where he needed to be. And when he didn't have that success like that he was used to, I don't know that ultimately he was able to recover here.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It'll be interesting. I guess I'll pose this question. I mean, do we see Mike Edwards more on the field this year with those those 3 safety looks? I think that is something that they're definitely going to try to do, in my opinion, just because Mike is so good at getting the football.
It's a ball hawk.
Yeah, he is. So I feel like they got to find a way to get those guys on the field. Whatever type of looks they can try to present. Todd's always very creative.
Well, situations dictate a lot. And if our offense is what we think it is, and we're able to put up a lot of points, it's going to mean that our defense, is going to make some teams or are just going to find that offenses have to be one-dimensional of them, because they're going to have to score with us, which is going to be, right where you want to be as a defender. The ball, they're going to throw the ball. You can set things up a whole lot differently. It's what teams did against us forever, which is why Jameis threw so many damn picks, outside of being a terrible decision maker. But
that's not good there. I mean, New Orleans experience.
Sorry, I said the J word.
I know someone's going to bring it back up in the chat, but hey, it is what it is. For 5 years, it's now we won 1 year without it. It's championship. Let's see what happens after. But I want to kind of give some of these the younger bottom of the roster type of guys some credit. Like you mentioned earlier, you thought it was Ross Cockrell that punched that ball out. I believe it was actually Antonio Hamilton that punched that thing out.
Was it?
Cockrell was the one who was celebrating about it. So, I mean, Hamilton to me, and I mean, I'm just looking at the game overall. Hamilton, Nate Brooks, you were mentioning 38 before the live stream too. That's 38. Like those 2 guys to me really jumped off on tape. And then, like you said, Javon Hagan, even though he got the pick and popped it in the air himself, he's pissed off at himself for that.
He was around the ball a lot
all day, like even close to the line, back in coverage, coming down below later, like after the snap. Like he did a lot. He was all over the field. But what are your 2 cents on I guess the bottom of the roster?
I was at the game. You know how hard it is to watch, and I've only watched about a quarter and a half of the game back on TV. So it's a little bit more difficult to kind of break down things on the back end. And I was a little bit inebriated. It was, it is what it is. We were taking shots, for Mark Cook before the game. And I don't drink whiskey that often, but I was drinking it out there just to honor the Ginger Badass. Yeah. And so the second half was just more so, chilling. But I mean, listen, I mean, they kept us in the game. And like I said, to me, Hagan flashed, and I'll have to go back and really break down the second half more to see, what the bottom of the roster guys did to help their case to make the team.
Plus takes.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the secondary for, for what they were, I thought they did a very good job. A lot of those guys, Antonio Hamilton, I thought was all over the field. Delaney made some good plays. I thought he was robbed of an interception. That again, another bad call. So there's a lot of good things. Javon Hagan, again, all over the field. He's just got to get better tackling. He was a little inconsistent there from a tackling standpoint. Missed quite a few that he should have had. But overall, I thought they did a good job defensively. I thought they played very hard. There's a couple plays here where guys just weren't in the right spot or couldn't get to that spot. But for the most part, I thought they played very well, and it was tough sledding. For the other side of the ball, which we'll get to, the offense just couldn't execute on that side. But defensively, they forced turnovers. That's what you want to see.
Yep.
And they were good inside the red zone, holding them to field goals. So
Jones did his Derek Brooks impression and picked that ball off and ran it to the end zone. And kind of looked like him a little bit, just kind of the way his gait when he was running. But
right.
I mean, that young crew kept fighting out there and kept us in the game.
Yeah, no doubt. So again, I give him a good grade on the effort. I mean, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, he does have a weird looking run, right? And then, but it had some burst. I gotta give him credit on that. I was like, geez.
Listen, most former linebackers played running back at some point. It's just like that position when you're Pop Warner, you can hit. That means you like to hit. So you cross train those guys. So that's what every linebacker wants the ball in his hand.
Touche. They just can't. They all just can't catch the ball. That's it.
Right, which is why they end up on the defensive side of the ball. Either that, they can't remember the playbook, or so that you just get them out there. Read and react, okay? This is your job. You got one job. Do it.
How hard it was for some of these people, though. Come on now.
Trust me, I coached Pop Warner for too many years. Yeah, man.
Or actually, this is totally off subject, but it isn't. Have you seen Dr. Death on Peacock?
Mm-mm.
It's a funny scene where literally it's a guy that killed people. He's a doctor. He's a serious doctor. Literally killed people. They called him Dr. Death. His name is Dr. Dunch. Played linebacker in college. He says, hit the A gap. It's right here. Ran a play like 10 times, got it wrong 10 times. Ass off the fucking field.
There you go.
One more time, but it is that bad. Even doctors fuck up, I guess. But I guess one more touching on this before we go on to the offense was the special teams guys. The one I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to? I think I tweeted that out last week. I'm sorry I keep on interrupting you, but this
go. It's kind of what
are we ever going to have a dominant special teams unit? I don't remember ever having a great special teams.
Had a couple, during the Gruden years, but
returners, or you mean like defending?
Just overall, a dominant special teams units, punting, kicking, punt block, punt return, kick return, just having solid special teams play all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a mixed bag. I mean, either we have, decent return game, whether it be, Carl the Truth Williams or, Clifton Smith, but that was, way back. And, obviously Michael Spurlock for a little bit, but yeah. So, and then you have, decent kickers here and there. And then we've had,
but our kick coverage was horrendous. We, go back to the New Orleans playoff game. We were lucky not to be down big early because we couldn't cover a fucking punt or kick in that game.
Guy got hurt too.
Yeah, it sucks. And I get it. Being a special teams coach, you basically get stuck with, the back half of the roster to try to put every year you're putting a new unit together. And we lost our special teams captain to free agency. So I don't know, man. I'm hoping it didn't look good in the game to me. Obviously, they had the mishap with the fake field goal.
Yeah,
which Arian seemed pissed about, but
right, yeah, not knowing the rule book, I mean that doesn't help, and I don't know if it's ever going to be good. I'm just, hopefully our kickers make their kicks. I'll be satisfied with that. Take the ball at the 25, take a knee, every time.
I think Jose Borregales is the answer, bro.
He's looking good, man. I want to see him in the game.
Just based on that last name, bringing that whole Florida vibe.
Amen, bro. Listen, we all know suck up. you know, he came in and stole Matt Gay's job. Who knows? I think he was sabotaging him. So I don't like that guy. So I'm hoping Jose takes the job.
We're gonna do this every year.
Every year.
Jeez, great. If he does, he won the job. He's the better man. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Suckup had the job after what? 1 week?
Mm-hmm.
A week and a half, right? Jeez. Yeah. When you know, I guess. Jeez.
Yeah. He's had a rough camp, but you know, I don't know that you can, based on our history, you got to stick with him until the wheels fall off with him. And then,
right.
But with Borregales showing out and you know, news travels fast, that guy's going to get sucked up by somebody else.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool play on words right there. But
sucked up, yeah. I didn't even mean it. That's how good I am.
Well, let's just jump over to the offense. So offense didn't do well at all. I mean, no one moved the ball. We couldn't run the ball, couldn't pass the ball. I guess like the old Jim Mora kind of clip. Couldn't do anything. So, I mean, Kyle Trask got a 2-point conversion after Jones's touchdown. So that thing was a floater over there. So overall, offensively, did y'all see any highlights or anything that you're like, oh, this guy probably showed out? But, I mean, Darden did show some things, but other than that.
Yeah, Darden showed his foot speed. I thought it was nice to see Gio Bernard out there doing what he's going to be doing and catching passes. That to me was promising. He's going to be that weapon that we needed last year, that we've needed for quite a while, honestly, since maybe, I don't know, the Doug Martin days. We haven't had a back that was just had sure hands like that in quite a while. I thought Keyshawn Vaughn looked good enough catching the ball, and he looked a little bit lighter on his feet this year too. Although he's not going to get, you know, a whole lot of playing time during the regular season, but Gio definitely will.
Yeah, I like Gio. I like what we saw from him. I mean, again, it's that mismatch nightmare that you're going to be able to present, because when you have him lined up in the backfield, you have your other guys pretty much taking all the coverage. Gio is going to be lined up one-on-one every time, and you like your chances there. He's going to be open. I mean, as we saw it on both third downs, they went to him early in the game and then later in the game with just option routes that he has the ability to, you know, go one way or the other. So it's going to be fun just to see him. And I feel like he'll get a lot of opportunities, especially as a third down back. And, you know, and then obviously, you know, talking about Jalen Darden, I thought he showed some good things. I want to see him more in the return game. I want to see him get more opportunities there. So hopefully that happens. But, you know, Tanner Hudson looks like Mr. Preseason, I guess.
He's the new Mr. August.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he catches everything, it seems like. So, and then when he doesn't catch it, you're like, what? It's like surprising. So offensive line, I thought did okay. Again, not much from run blocking standpoint. They had a couple.
They protected pretty well once Brady was out of there.
Yeah, for the most part, I thought they did some good things. So that was a good thing. You know, good thing to see, especially with the centers being out. You know, Hainsey not being in there, and then the other center. So they had a lot of adjustment there. So I thought they did a decent job.
Yeah, they signed Earl Watford off the street and he played the preseason game.
Yeah,
right on him, my man. But yeah, I want to jump off what you guys said. Gio, I mean, he had 2 1-on-1s. He easily beat those 2 1-on-1s.
Yeah.
Like that, I can see that in the regular season. Third down short, we need it. Oh, you're going one-on-one with this dude? Idiot. I can see that happening over and over. A mismatch nightmare. I loved seeing OJ healthy out there, catching the ball, getting hit, being able to get that confidence back. We're talking about confidence, so that's a big one for me. And then where's another one? Kind of was touching on. Oh, yeah, because everyone was mentioning how Wirfs had a mental mistake because that was the sack. I mean, yeah, it is kind of dangerous because, yeah, you never want to hear Brady's on the ground. That's one thing, especially in preseason. So, yeah, I guess it was a little bit of a down mental lapse.
I think there was a communication. There was a twist, and well, you know, it's preseason for those guys too. So it's I'm glad it's happening now because you know that Arians isn't going to be happy about it, which is why I think I read just a little while ago that Brady and the starters aren't playing this week.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, they're probably not going to play this week, and then they'll play probably extensively in that third game against Houston. Probably a half.
Think so?
Yeah, I think they're going to play at least a half in that third game because you have
This is technically the third game. That's why I'm wondering how they're going to handle it. Well, usually the last preseason game nobody plays, and then it's the bottom of the roster that's fighting it out to make the team, because you got to make cuts after this next game, don't you?
Yeah, they have to make one more cut by tomorrow, and then they have to make 5 more cuts after next week's game. And then after the third game, they're going to make, obviously the big cuts.
The remainder of the cuts.
Yeah, get down to 53. But I feel like they are going to play in that third game, because you almost have 2 weeks off before that first game against the Cowboys. So there's quite a few days off, and I just feel like they're going to play at least a half, and then you're going to have, the bottom of the roster battle it out in that second half. So, I mean, again, it just depends on how the flow of the game goes.
Yeah.
But, obviously
I thought for sure this would be the week we'd see the bulk of the playing time, but they're practicing against the Titans, so maybe they don't feel the need to actually do it, have them in the game.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be an intense practice. So I think, going up against the Titans, I think that'll be a good test and get a lot of good looks there. It's a good look for the scouts. You get to scout the Titans and, scout the Bucs as well. So
things are always changing.
Yeah.
I agree with you though, Stank. Like, I feel like they should make this game the game where you do play your starters a little bit. But
yeah,
I mean, he openly said it on a Monday. It's kind of funny he did that. But
maybe it's because of the Brady sack. He's like, nope, I'm good.
yeah, that's enough.
I'm good.
Right?
Let Kyle Trask get his ass kicked out there, not 12.
Hey, speaking of, so quarterbacks, obviously we saw Brady for like 3 damn plays. Blaine Gabbert, I know you guys love him and those quads, those oily, silky.
Yeah, his thighs were impressive out there. That's about the extent. No, I mean he looked decent. Jake is a big Gabbert guy, and he said that he knows the playbook better than anybody on the team. And I don't know. I don't see it with Blaine all the time. I see flashes, but I don't see it all the time. He looked good against the Lions last year, though.
Yeah, look at the score on that one. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had a cannon. Did you see that throw to Tanner Hudson?
Yeah, he's got an arm.
But the thing is, Jameis had an arm. Jameis could move. His decision.
You brought his name up this time.
I had to. It's a similarity. I guarantee Jameis knew the playbook back of the hand.
Sure did.
But
yeah, that's the overrated shit. It's arm strength, knowing the playbook, being that all that kind of shit. It's all about how quick your brain and your arm works when you're under pressure. And the great ones, this shit slows down. They're in the matrix. You can say what you want about Breeze not looking like Breeze last year, but the guy still delivered throughout the season until the playoff game. So it's he still better prove that he's able to get. Look at me talking about fucking Jameis Winston on your podcast. Anyways, Kyle Trask, bro. Let's transition into talking about actual Bucs players. Trask kind of looked like I thought Trask was going to look. He made some plays out there where you see the talent, and then he made some plays out there where you're like, what the fuck was he thinking? So, but that's what you're going to get out of a rookie quarterback.
Well, yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's like looking at Gabbert again. He had one great drive. I thought that was good, and then obviously disappointed in Ryan Griffin. Didn't play well. It looked like he was just forcing everything out there.
He's giving the game, giving the position away. He wants Trask to win it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he sees the writing on the wall. He's going to be that practice squad quarterback. But looking at Trask, I thought he did some good things. There was times where he was just being real decisive with the football, getting out quickly. I thought his pocket presence for the most part was pretty good. Trying to hang in there, make the that last second throw. So there were some good things. Obviously, the 2-point conversion I thought was really nice, showing some mobility and showing a good touch pass. The pass to the guy that just got cut, Pearson, probably should have caught the ball. I mean, so again, the talent around him could have been better, could have helped him out more. So hopefully, this week we see him with guys like Jalen Darden, Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller, maybe a better upfront unit to help him out a little bit and utilize the run game a little bit more, give him some play action opportunities. Just try to build that confidence, because really that's what you're trying to do. Get that success early.
He looked a lot better than he did when I saw him at camp. Yeah, and he's throwing to the likes of Jorgensen, or what I think is Jorgensen, not Jorgensen,
Johnson. Yeah,
Johnson. No, there's another guy. He was let down by some of the receivers,
mm-hmm.
which you're going to get. Like I said, the guys on the back half of the roster that should be out there just killing it, trying to win positions. But I didn't see very much from that third and fourth tier wide receiving core out there. Shit, Scotty Miller was out there in the third quarter, which to me is extremely disrespectful. I mean, how are you going to have the number one receiver on your team out there in the third quarter?
Here we go again.
Unreal.
Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can do this live. So this is the first time we're going to kind of join. We did the Joe Tryon film study. So let's actually bring Stank into this. Let's see if I can get my Kyle Trask video. I know Krillin in the chat's going to love this. See if this will work. And it will. This is nice.
Beautiful.
Okay. Let's break this down together.
Hey, Sammer, if you're watching this, you've never done that.
We tried to get Sammer on the show. He declined. So
yeah, bro. If you don't like give him gifts,
gotcha.
And buy him like very expensive baby oil and perfumes and spices, he's just not. He's not even going to return your
understood.
Right. Yeah. You send him like a solid gold toilet or some kind of fancy bidet, and I don't know, maybe he'll come on.
Right.
We asked Christian for next week, so hopefully he'll join us.
We're gonna have to get our credit cards on deck now.
I know.
You need to set up a GoFundMe to get Sammer onto this show.
Right.
The sad truths.
G Vegas says Sammer needs 3 camels for an appearance. That's it's like that's what you do when you were going to marry your daughter off, back in the olden days. That's how you got to treat Sam right now. You have to give him gifts, and then maybe he'll come. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it is
understandable.
Inflation's going. We can probably afford it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Let's break down some trash. So first throw he does is what? He has questions about his arm strength. Does he have it? What does he do? He throws a 60-yard damn bomb. So what did you think about the arm strength there? I guess people say it's more his ability to throw short with some zip. But what do you like about this 60-yard bomb?
I like the balls, and I'm sure Arians does too. This probably made him extremely excited. And any receiver with maybe a little bit of foot speed potentially gets under that ball. But that's the Arians offense right there. That's what they want to do.
Right. And then here's that play Plus was talking about. Plus, I'll let you break this down. Actually, some foot speed there. Look at that. What do you think with that?
Yeah, I just like his ability. I mean, he's looking everywhere here. So he's going through his progressions. I mean, he looks left here again and showing no signs of panic, which is good. So as you see here, looking to the left, he's looking for that first option, sees the pressure. Good job of A. And then look at that touch pass. I mean, that is just perfect touch, giving his receiver the opportunity to make that catch. Again, nice play there.
Look at Tanner Moss and that guy too.
Oh, that's McElroy.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean that one sort of scared me because how much loft was under that. I mean, guys could probably run under that. But then again, this is Tanner. This is Tanner Moss in this one. Look at the zip on this. Actually, get some velocity, guys. Yep. What do you know? Does he have
high across the middle? But you got some sure hands in the middle. That's nice because if not, that's right in that safety's stomach.
And I like how he's looking to the left first, so you can kind of see his eyes over here, and then
very Brady-esque.
Oh, don't go so far. we named Jameis 3 times, now 4, but I'm not going to go that far.
I was just saying, the head movement.
Touche. I mean, maybe he's learning where some things are rubbing off. This one, there's not much head movement. He literally looks right at Mickens.
Yeah, he does.
Check out my dude over here, just shade right over.
Yep.
Almost comes over and gets a pick. So this is something that was kind of I saw. I was like, ooh, don't stare him down the whole way.
Yeah.
What'd you guys see?
Yeah, that's a pick if that's a starting corner.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's got to just focus on looking at the middle of the field here, kind of holding guys in position. Again, it's a good timing throw. I mean, he throws this on time, with accuracy. So it's a good thing it was accurate, because if it's not, obviously it's intercepted.
Oops. But then here's some of the plays where he was really good at Florida. These sideline catches. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Catch the damn ball, my man.
Catch the ball.
That's sad. That is beyond sad. Perfect placement. Look, he even looks to the center. Play action fake. Where's the safety? Not there. I have room to throw this. I love it. Look at this placement.
Can we just talk about the preseason play calls though? That I like. I like that this is what they're going to ask him to do.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's playing to his strengths, and I like this because he was just real decisive. Again, it's 1-2 throw, let it go, and again, great accuracy.
Yep.
Guys got to come.
13, the ball we get, first and 10, on the 15.
Yep.
30. And then here another one. Look at the placement. There's some zip with velocity right there. 2 hands, come down with the catch, and what do you know? This guy gets to end up cut today. So, what do you see with this one? Any one of y'all?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just another good timing throw. Again, not no hesitation. He's just seeing it and letting it go, and perfect accuracy. And this is something he showed at Florida. He's a great touch passer. He's got the ability to throw down the field. Now it's just about cleaning up the other things with the mechanics and just getting more consistent. He's right there.
Golson thought it was a catch. No, I'm sorry, my dude. Okay, some more pump fake to me. Yeah, on the move again. Another little throw it to only where my guy can get the ball. I like that, directing traffic too. I mean, I didn't think he had this much mobility. People thought he was just a statue, 6'5", 240. What do you guys look with this? What do you like?
I like it. Young legs, mobile enough. You don't need to be, Deshaun Watson back there. I guess Deshaun's not the greatest, not the most mobile guy. But anyways, he's got good functional pocket mobility. And he kept his eyes downfield, like you said.
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, this is potentially our future. So what do you know? This is one thing where I saw it was bad. So plus is talking timing. Literally, this is all curls. This is like get to the first down marker and turn around. You got to get this ball out. So he's going to immediately look at Adams over here in the middle. Linebacker shades over. If that's your first read, it's a big no. Go on to the second and get rid of it quickly where the linebacker escapes, and he just holds on to this. I mean, watch it real time. Get rid of it. Holds on to it, then he starts directing again. I'm like, you had your opportunity, especially if it's a timing kind of thing like that. I didn't like this, but what did you guys see?
I agree. I mean, it's same thing. This is something he's got to work with, and this is going to come with more reps with these guys. So just getting more comfortability with his players, I think will help him. But yeah, you definitely have to be a little bit more decisive.
Yeah, nobody's open here. Get rid of the ball. Don't throw it into traffic like he did.
Right.
And that's something he will learn through repetition. And he's obviously going to watch the game film.
All right. Here's another one where you got all this space, lead your man. Yeah. This is giving him an option to intercept the ball and almost does. So I guess again, what am I getting mad at? It's his first ever game action in the NFL, and he didn't throw an interception like Ryan Griffin threw 2. And he showed some good stuff. I mean, even there, he's getting the ball to Tanner Hudson. He just drops the ball, which, again, plus is like, how the hell does that happen? But I think he just felt the rush here. I mean, he's got a man in his face. If he steps up a little bit, kind of delivers that. But, again, things to kind of learn from, go back and study. And I think he's going to get better every game, just like he did.
He got hit as he was throwing a little bit there, too.
Yeah, and that caused the inaccuracy here.
Yeah, I think that guy's hand is at least, maybe not. But he had to change his throwing motion right there to avoid the ends rush. So he really couldn't follow through and got it close enough to where it should have been potentially been a catch. But that's a tough catch right there. Going the opposite direction, having to slide back to get it, even though Tanner's got great hands.
For real, right?
Yeah.
But that is Kyle Trask in a nutshell. So, I mean, the first game action, I was not disappointed. I mean, I saw good things. I saw some things that we can kind of work with, and he does fit into this offense where he's pushing the ball down the sidelines with accuracy. It's just guys need to catch the damn ball. So those that he sucked. Trask is trash. I hear I mean, he performed to me. I know the 4 for 15 didn't look good. 35 yards looks gross, but overall, I saw some things.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of open receivers. You have some drops right there, obviously, and pushing the ball down the field a little bit. It's not necessarily going to be high percentage throws. So, yeah, I mean, Arians seemed to be high on his performance. So if coaches, and I am as well. I didn't really know what to expect, and to me, I left feeling positive about it.
Yeah, same here. And again, you have time with this kid. It's going to be a slow progression with Kyle. So I think again, you have a lot of time to get him ready when that time does eventually come. And now going into this weekend's game, I just hope we see a little bit more of him. Hopefully he jumps ahead of Griffin and gets those snaps with some better talent around him and see what he can do.
Yeah, I that's happening. That's going to happen. He's going to get more playing time. Just based on coach's comments after the game, Griffin, his performance wasn't good. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. They really should.
Hmm.
Would Stank say he stank?
No, I didn't think he stank. I didn't think he stank. I thought his performance was showed some promise.
Mm.
Y'all should make a segment like the stankest player, and like someone who just shit, and you call it out, like someone who truly shit the bed, caused us to actually fuck up or something bad.
I actually like that. I need more of my own segments. Keep them coming.
Just a thought of mine where you can give your full, honest, just your own little segment of what the hell is Stank thinking. I think that
I would like to at least have a good 10, 15 minutes on my own where I could just kind of do my thing right there, because let's be honest, we don't talk a whole lot of football on that show. We really don't.
It's a lot. It's a lot
in the off season, especially. But if you're coming there for this type of breakdown, you're never gonna get it. Ever.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I've been on the Loose Cannons, I think, twice, and it's
hold on. I got to take a picture of this chat right here. Hold on, because this one's getting sent.
More stank, less Sammer.
More stank, less Sammer. Highlight. Yeah, there you go. Highlight that for me. Jay Elmore, if you're on Twitter, do me a favor, bro. DM me. I'm gonna send you a shirt for that one there. Awesome. Comment of the night. Oh, he's in the chat. Sammer's in the chat. We just got a big wow from Loose Cannons podcast. At least I think that's Sammer. It could be one of his many, many, many employees.
Minion. I was like, damn.
But wow, what a great point, Jake. Can we talk more about that? More Stank, less Sammer. Oh, he said this isn't Sammer.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, Furu Kawab, aloha.
Furu Kawab.
My dude. This is the Loose Cannon. I don't know
this is the Loose Cannons. Hey, Loose Cannons, why don't you donate? Show some of them big ass pockets. Why don't you super chat? Cheap ass motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm just going off the rails here.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When he put the king or whatever, the ruler from 300. His face, I died laughing at that.
It is funny.
I straight up stopped and had to watch the whole thing. He's got a number employee.
This is Loose Cannons employee number 25.
He's great.
624.
Holy shit.
That's how many employees he goes through. That number started at the beginning of this year, I'm assuming.
The show went from breakdown analytics to now.
Listen, Ron. Yeah, this is what happens when you get one of us idiots on your shows. It just ends up turning into not football.
This is
I even made notes for this show. Yeah, I did. Look, I swear, I'm not even lying. I have notes.
That's awesome.
I've never done that on a Loose Cannons episode.
Yeah, I've been on the Loose Cannons twice, and it was very fun. I mean, just balls to the wall. I mean, it's just, anything gets brought up, and it's just a lot of segments and transitions, but it's just a lot of good laughs.
Of segments and transitions.
Yeah.
Yep. That sums it up right there. Wing talk, segments, transition. I can't even talk right now. Sammer is the descendant of Xerxes. Yeah.
Yes.
And he says I'm the descendant of the hunchback from 300, which could be true. I don't know.
But
Pretty strong with one arm, at least. Jeez.
He was, bro. You saw the muscles too. He was swole.
Yeah. I think it was Christian, or maybe it was you, Stank. I think you asked me like an actual football question when I was on there, and I got like 2 words out, and then it was on to the next subject. I think Sammer interrupted me. It's like, break down this player, and then I'm like trying to break down the player. It's like, nope, we're not going to do it.
2 words, bro. That was actually, two more than I thought you would get in.
Right.
I was on in the chat once, and I was like, "Plus, please, God, say something." Please just say a word.
Yeah, let's do a draft breakdown where we don't break down any of the players at all.
Yeah,
that's
I mentioned Joe Tryon, and it was funny that he ends up being the pick. But
the hell's that?
Yeah.
Listen, bro, that's why we had you on there, because we weren't going to mention Joe Tryon. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it was like, Jake Arians, I think, brought up his name, and I was like, "Yep, that's the dude." And it was just funny.
It was. Listen, the good thing about preseason is we're gonna get to see, like, for the first time ever, in a long time, I shouldn't say ever, in a long time, we're gonna get to really see some battles, man, because there's not a whole lot of roster spots available to make the squad.
Now I gotta ask that on your notes.
Mm-hmm.
That's on your notes. So who's your battle?
Oh, actually, all right. I'm gonna go. We pretty much, we talked about almost everything. We didn't talk about Levante David strip. I mean, you put Levante David on the field, he's gonna make plays.
Yeah.
That guy is just, he never disappoints. We talked about Hagan, Tryon, the Scotty disrespect, Trask. I thought the backup O-line was serviceable in pass protection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then Jose Borregales. I'm that's it. That's my list.
Hell yeah, we hit it, and I love that. Man. So, who's your biggest battle then? Who do you like? Like, who's your? This is like gritting teeth. Like, this is either you make it or you don't make it. Who's your battle? Just thinking.
That's a good question. I don't know that I'm prepared to answer that question. I think that really that safety spot right now, I think it's tough, man. I don't know how many guys we're going to keep in the secondary. Pull up that list that you had up a minute ago, if you could, where you had the depth chart on there, because we got guys that were on this roster last year.
So secondary only?
Yeah, secondary.
A little bit. There you go.
Like Herb Miller. Who we haven't heard a whole lot about here in camp, but was on the team last year. You got guys like Hagan flashing, Antonio Hamilton, like you said. Mm-hmm. I think really the bottom of the roster there in the secondary is going to be interesting, and Bowles is going to have his guys, man. Whoever ends up flashing the most is going to make this team.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm looking at linebacker. I think Grant Stewart is facing an uphill battle. And Joseph Jones, obviously, got the pick 6, but yeah, I just feel like both of those guys, it's going to be tough. I'm not sure if they're going to keep 5 at that position. They might just roll with 4 and have KJ Britt and Kevin Mentor. But
if Joseph Jones continues to make plays like he did in that game, they're going to make it hard for him. Hard decision to cut him. And maybe he gets some, since Devin White, Levante David aren't going to see the field this week. Guys like that. I mean, Stewart, he's got beautiful hair.
Yeah.
But man, is he slow, or appeared to be slow out there.
He's got quick legs, but it's not like it's deep strides. I don't know. It's just not getting all the way there.
He's just
maybe he's in his head, and that happens a lot with guys that they're just deer in the headlights out there. Maybe he takes a breath and plays instinctively, versus what the little I did see. Like I said, I didn't really watch the second half game film.
Or like he just reacts slow, or he's reacting the wrong way, then reacts again to the right way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of one of his things. But I mean, does Joseph Jones play special teams? That's going to be the big thing. I mean, how many times you hear BA mention that? So that's going to be huge for him if he's going to beat out Grant Stewart. I think that's going to be the linebacker group. Like we're just mentioning the corners. There's so many of these guys. Yeah. I mean, you saw Antonio Hamilton with the punch out. Nate Brooks had plenty of showings. Even on special teams, he was on there. he was against on the line as well. And D. Delaney had the interception that was called back, which is bullshit. So those are 3 guys that you didn't really hear of last year, and they're balling out in the first game. So that competition is insane. And then like Hagen, I mean, those 4 right there are disgusting. Like that's awesome. Like I think that's your 4 right there if they keep 4 safeties. So
right.
Like you bomb the roster is loaded. And let's see who leaves.
Yeah, and you don't have Cockrell listed as a safety, although that's where they have him playing right now.
Right.
So that guy, because of his position versatility, he's a lock to make the roster for sure. But that just takes, that honestly gives you some flexibility at the bottom of the roster. If you have a guy like that can play both positions, maybe you do keep an additional guy.
Some deep shit. That's all it is. Deep roster.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm looking at it right now. His name is highlighted. The biggest competition right now, I think, is between Suckup and Borgalis, man.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
What if it is? I mean, like we touched on it earlier. What if like we do this stupid damn new kicker every damn year? What happens? Plus,
it's kind of a reverse psychology thing with Suckup. I didn't really worry last year. The guy was money all fucking year, but I still hate the guy. So you never know.
Why the hostility?
Because, man, listen, you took my boy's job. Okay, you took my boy's job. Listen, Matt came here. He won the Rams the game.
It's a production league.
Yeah, it is a production league, man. But Matt was going to have that year. That should have been Matt out there, catching the ball from Brady on the boat. Can y'all imagine?
Matt's
like, who did Brady throw the Lombardi to? Matt Gay? That would have been incredible.
His big claim was he beat us in the Rams game. That was about it.
He did.
Right?
What you guys don't know is that me, Sammer, and Christian, we were talking to Matt before the game. We went down to the sideline, and I saw the look in his eyes. I said it just like I jinxed Ryan Griffin. I called his pick. We knew it. We saw the look in Matt's eyes. We knew he had vengeance on his mind, and we figured that he was going to seal the deal for the Rams, and he sure did. Incredible.
I mean, I'll never root against a player. I mean, just the production he had here just was not enough. Let's be honest. Let's just be flat out.
Loose Cannons podcast says Matt would have been the one throwing the trophy. I think he would have kicked the trophy.
Yeah.
From boat to boat, which would have been way more. Anybody can underhand toss the trophy, but imagine him lining up and just like the PAT and kicking it to Cameron Brate.
That'd be very painful, but it'd be more impressive. That's for sure. That's a heavy trophy to kick.
But have you seen Matt Gay's thighs and legs?
Yeah, that's true. Easy. It probably would be easy for him.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we'll get to see Jose this Saturday. Hopefully,
bro. I'm on Team Borgalis.
Get some kicks in this weekend.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Suckup can suck it up and make this roster. But as of right now, you got to know better, Ryan. Okay, you're on the 2-yard line. Nobody kicks extra points from the 2-yard line.
Right,
idiot.
That's his fault. That's Ryan's.
It is his fault.
Yeah.
Solely his fault.
He's got to make
honestly, that's why we lost the game.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? I agree with you full-heartedly.
Yeah, it was a huge momentum change. We all felt it in the stadium as soon as that happened. Even though I think I was taking a piss. Yeah, I came back and I was like, 6. What happened? 6. What did Suckup do? And that really just ruined the entire night.
Oh man.
Hey,
yeah, kickers in Tampa.
It is what it is, right?
Yep.
Hey, Loose Cannons podcast. How's my framing?
What's been going on with your light though?
I told you, bro. It shit flickers. I got a haunted light.
It's he lost power. It's a transformer.
I'm getting lower and lower in my seat though. I just realized that. Sit up. I'm getting way too comfortable. Professional here.
Now we got it. Well, Loose Cannons is really pushing it on here.
He is. Whoever that employee is, he's got it out for me.
Hey, to me, from my standard, you've been flawless. Literally.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. God, I love it here, bro. I feel like this just feels right here.
How seamless the film study was too. Jeez.
Right.
Seamless. Yeah. Did you wait? Hey, real quick, in case this Loose Cannons travel guy, just pop the screen up again with the football field and the players. Just show that the clip how you made the screen come up and we broke down plays.
We got this again. Here we go. Boom. It is.
Wow.
There it is.
Wow. Did you see that Loose Cannons podcast?
Hold a second. Here we go.
Whoa. Wait. You have a telestrator too. Show it.
This is. Oh, you wanted that. Hold on.
He wants the marking. There you go. Yeah.
Draw a dick on there. You won't.
I had to. Boom. There it is.
Oh, wow. You know what? Everybody in the chat room claps in the chat. Stank is going for the Fred Durst look. You know, I've heard that a long time. Has anybody seen what Fred Durst looks like now, though? Mm-hmm. He was at what's that concert they do in California every year? It's like the big fucking show. I don't know. Anyways, he was on stage. I saw him the other day. He looks like he's like from a Beastie Boys video now. If you guys even know who Fred Durst is, bro, I'm old as fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Biscuit.
Professional podcast. Yes, Jay. It is a professional podcast.
That's funny. Yeah. Stank, if we ever go to a 3-man podcast, you're our first call. That's for sure. You're welcome.
So freaking losing.
Yep.
Stank is entering the podcast transfer portal.
The rumor mill.
I can actually have my own sponsors and shit now and boosters. Mm-hmm. Hey, if there's any boosters in the chat,
there it is.
Open the checkbooks,
man.
Yep. Farouk Awab obviously has cheddar because he's donating big money on here. That's Coachella. Thank you, G Vegas. Coachella.
Yep. My man is from Hawaii. That dude, he's living that lifestyle. He's loving
it. Farouk Awab lives in Hawaii. He's a Bucs fan. He's just got money coming out the ass.
Hey,
love it.
I went to Hawaii once. Loved every second of it. I'm jealous of him. The fact he does that, and his name is Braden, I believe. Mm-hmm. Even more badass. My son's name. So everything about him, top notch. Love him. Love that he's part of this.
My lack of loyalty would be I'm extremely loyal.
Well, Stank. Let's see.
I'm the best at being loyal, actually.
That's true. You're strong too, my man.
Thank you. It's really, really getting fucking white trash scruffy right now. So I got to do something about that.
It is what it is, right?
MD Peely donated. This is way more super chat donations on this show. You guys got big money viewers.
We try and bring some content.
I look like Greg Durst. Who is that? Is that like Fred Durst's old, uncle or something?
Damn.
We haven't talked football in at least 20 minutes. Just so you know.
It is what it is, right?
It's fun.
Ouch. But actually, with that said, I gotta get the heck out of here because the boys are making some noise and the wife's wanting me. Again, it's my wife's birthday.
It's your wife's birthday, bro. You shouldn't be talking to my dumb ass. Go give her that birthday gift.
Oh,
if you know what I mean.
It's gonna happen. It's already in the works. But I'll let you guys talk unless you want to finish it here, Bless.
No, I'm good. Honestly, I'm gonna also go. Well, I'm gonna go eat some food I probably shouldn't be eating right now at 10:04, and then go to bed because I'm old.
All right, well, guys, there you have it.
Again, there you have it.
Thank you, Stank, for joining us. It's been a pleasure,
man. What a refreshing experience this has been.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun. It was great talking football. It was great talking everything the last 20 minutes. So
you guys drew a dick on your teleprompter.
Yeah, man.
That's the first.
This is your show. This is a show where you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
Somebody screenshot that and tweet it out at me.
You got it. But yeah, I can't wait to get the email from YouTube. That's gonna be fun. But with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Everyone, thank you again for all the questions and the comments, the super chats. We appreciate it. And with that said, until the next one.
Peace.